Hi. I've been given these two batteries here, Gtech, to have a look at to see what I can do with, because the owner, a friend to be honest, he bought these two e-bikes. I don't know what ones they are, but it's a Gtech battery anyway. And his wife had something go wrong with her knee and they couldn't use them. Well, she couldn't, so obviously he didn't go out. And they hadn't used them for 2 years. So when he came to use them now, like a couple of weeks ago, absolutely dead as a dodo. Nothing. Oh, that one's working. That's the one I fixed, idiot. This one. Yeah. So he asked me to have a look at them, like as I say, and I've repaired this one as you just saw a second ago, and basically the cells in them are absolutely dead as a dodo. Why, I don't know. There must have been a constant drain or something, but I haven't been able to recover. And when you consider he bought them brand new and now they're completely dead after 2 years, that's quite something. Because I tested these, I took these out of my own water damaged battery. I didn't seal it properly. I went through a flood and it conked out and I got wet feet. Anyway, they came back to life. And they're still at 4.1 something or other after, if you see on there, it says 4.2 volts still, and it was happened in April 22. So something seriously wrong with those. And these are the cells that are in them. I can't get that probably. El Cheapo and Nasties, I suspect. Anyway, so I had a look online how to disassemble the thing, and there's absolutely nothing. So I thought, well, after fixing this one, I thought, well, it might be handy if I show what I did, so you're not stabbing around in the dark wondering. Thing the first, the button, don't bother taking that out, there's nothing underneath it, it's just a housing. At the bottom, in the bottom there's a fuse. Check that first, obviously. And at the top here, underneath this flap here, there's some screws to take the cap off, which you'll need to do. So, thing the first, don't know if you can see down here, let's have a look. As you can see, absolutely nothing. The meter says it's dead as zero, literally zero. I've repaired this one, and if we stick this one on, it should come alive. There we go, comes alive. Look. So it's not the charger. That was the next thing. If it was a charger, that would have been beyond my scope. I'm not a Sparky. I'm just a bzz, oh shit kind of guy. Electro Boom, that's the guy, isn't it? Only he's clever. He just makes out he's stupid. Anyway, there we go. So we'll start, shall we? I started, so I'll finish. Let's do the disassembly. Get that out of the way to start with. What you will need, remember these crosshead screwdrivers, Phillips, you know, so last millennium. Some people still use them though. You'll need a Torx T10. Yep, you'll need one of them. That's under there. Anyway, let's begin. I'll leave that out because I need that. Get out. Thing the first. So here we go. So we'll undo the bottom first. Take that out. And does that one fit? No, it's too big. Take the bottom off. Oh yeah, tools. You'll also need some snips. comes off. That one didn't have a washer on it, must be stuck in there. Here we go, off we come. And have a looky in here. Can we see? So what we're going to do, the fuse looks to be appear intact anyway. So we'll get these little clips off here. Yeah, that's them. Because we're going to need to take this bottom rod. Oh, that's awkward. There's one. There should be one more. There. Oh, there goes my nails. Yeah. It's in there well. Better than the last one was. Oh. Cool. Come on, it's coming. There we go, that's that off. So those two off. Okay. Now they're well glued on there. They weren't that glued on last time. Can you see the silicone they're glued on with just there? Get your fingers out of the way. Yeah. So what we'll do is we're gonna just snip them off just to get them out of the bloody way. Snip. And snip. Right, that's that out of the way. Okay, that's your fuse there. Why the silicon, sorry, the front teeth. Why the siliconed the fuse in, I don't know, because you'd have to, that'd make the devil of a job to change. Anyway, let's get to the other end. The other end is under the cap, that little there. So if we try not to damage it and just prise that out as he damages it, there we go. That comes off, and as you can see inside, there's our T10s. So we'll undo that. You don't have to undo anything else in here, that just comes off. Yep. So basically put them back in there so you don't lose them. And put them out of the way. You won't be needing them for a while. So that's what retains those 4 Phillips screws, or what retains the battery inside, but obviously we've got to, well, perhaps we don't. That might slide out without undoing that. I don't know. Shall we investigate? Let's give it a go. Ooh, need a bit of a bigger Phillips. Okay, I'll have to pause that while I go and get a bigger Phillips. Ta-da! Bigger Phillips, the correct screwdriver for the correct screw. Okay, with the magic of a bit of a British Telecom spray number 1A, also known as WD-40. Quite amazed with that actually. My brother used to work for BT and he left this around my house about 30 years ago. And can you believe it's still got pressure in it? Astounding. Anyway, just clean the cap out there because it had some kind of sealant in it. And we seem to be getting some joy out of that now. It's going, it's going. Yeah, that one caused more grief than the last one. Last battery, I should say. Anyway, that's that undone. Technically, the battery should just slide out here. We'll see. Okay, so that obviously bolts to the... There are 4 bolts in there, but I didn't know if it was bolted to the actual battery case or the outer housing. So evidently it's to the outer housing. So 4 more torques. No, I didn't pay attention on the last one, how this went. I just put it together. I actually undid this first. Fast forward this bit. I'm assuming that's recording. Yeah, it is. You'll laugh, I used to video weddings. And yeah, I pressed the button incorrectly. Fortunately, it was outside just before she arrived, the bride. And you can have a disaster like that. I'm sure every wedding videographer will agree. Look, you have heart failure till you check the footage afterwards. Oh, come on. Right. Probably an idea to put it in an empty pot here. Yeah. Put the screws in an empty pot. Why don't we? So they don't go amiss. My arms are in the bloody way all the time, aren't they? Oh well. That's as high as it will go, that video. That tripod. Right, so let's have a look. That should pull off. There it goes. Quite stiff actually. Quite stiff. There we go. Oh, and the whole battery is coming in. Look at that. There she blows. There she blows. You know, I was correct, it was just the stiffness of it sitting in there. Those 4 ones on the top are all that retains that in, but we've got to take this off anyway. So I suppose all the silicone, get all this stuff off. Let's bypass everything and get it on the meter. Helps to have nails, look. have to unsolder that anyway. This board's got to come off because we're obviously got to disassemble. Oh yeah, okay. Captain tape, get that off. And I've run out of Captain tape, so I'll probably have to either reuse that or okay. And look at that. Awkward buggers. Yep. The thermistor. It's all got to come off anyway. God, I put some silicone somewhere. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so this is what it basically looks like in the side. Okay, I'm going to unsolder this cap off in a second, as you'll see. And this board's got to come off, which is lots of tabs folded over, and then it will come off. But let's get the meter on it. Le meter. Let's see if we got anything in it. So we should get a reading of some sorts, shouldn't we? Absolutely dead as a dodo. Completely dead. Scrape it off here. Oh God, that's gunge. Whatever, just get it off. Right. See what we get here. Nothing. Oh, look at that. 0.7. Are we in there? Nothing. Nothing. Well, there you go. Well, that's good enough for me. So let's attempt a dissection. As you can see here, there's 20 cells in there. That's interesting. That wasn't on the last one. 8th of the 19. So 2019. So I think it's telling me porkies, unless it's sat in the shop before we bought it all that time, which it could have done. It could have done. Right, less soldering iron. Give me some power. Yeah. Put them in there. Okay, put you out of the way. Yep. Right, here we go. Soldering iron. That's interesting. Right. No, put the wrong plug in. Yep. Plenty hot. Like stupid hot. Somehow we're going to have to melt that off. There we go. Don't touch that. Yeah, we can see it. What happened? There it goes. One. Ooh, ow. Might be a good idea to wear eye protection. A good idea is to remember the orientation as well, because you're going to have to put it back together, ain't you? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to work that. Yeah, we're going to work that. Don't knock that. There she goes. Two off. The more observant of you will have noticed that I've changed soldering irons. That bloody thing on there gave up the ghost. Unbelievable. Looks like the camera's about to go flat as well, so at least you'll see this coming. This just pulls off, basically. Fiddle about with their terminals and it pulls off. Okay, we've got it. Alright, we don't need the soldering on anymore. Okay, there we go. Nice and gently as you go, these little pins. Oh yeah, bugger. Gently as we go. That's holding on well. Don't remember it holding on. This one's a lot more trouble than the last one. The last one was a learning curve as well, and I was being really careful. Didn't have this much trouble. Okay, so that board just pulled off. Just a bit of solder was holding it on the side there. Put that out of the way, nice and safe. Next, undo these. Separate them. One. See, like me, I've already forgot the orientation. I'll have to look for that little pen mark. Fortunately, that board does only go on one way. You'll probably... There it is. So if we put that aside and just work on this one to start with. Okay, there she blows. Right, it doesn't pull apart just simple. What they've done, try and ease this off, because we're going to use it again. Still pretty sticky. you got this kind of England shape and that. Well, these go underneath there, so they're basically holding them on, and the bloody spot welds are really good on that. So close your eyes, this isn't good. I don't have any of that shape. I've got standard nickel strips, so no matter how bent up these get, I'm going to hammer them flat again on my anvil. So I generally keep working around, gently. Till you break the spot weld. There goes one. Gently. There goes the other. Does get to be a little bit tedious. So there you go, and I'll show you what we do with this. Come with me. So here we are in the main garage, workshop, whatever you call it, and we put that on that and we give it an hammer and basically just smooth it all out, because I ain't got any of them. Have you? Exactly. And by the time you finish battering it, it comes out pretty good actually. Obviously not as shiny, but they ain't going to see that, are they? I'm right-handed and I'm hitting this with the left hand. That's why it's looking a bit awkward. But there, you get the point. And there it is. All nice and flat again. We can reuse that bugger. And so, there we go. Flatten them out with the hammer, and that just pulls off. On it, it says B2. That's helpful. So just stick that there, and just a repeat for the other side, isn't it? Okay. So something to remember. Very useful bit of knowledge. Remember the orientation. You know, take a photo, draw it on a picture or something on a bit of paper. Very important, because even though I did that, for some unknown reason I put one of these in the other way around. Yeah, and when I was spot welding it up, I thought before I even started to spot weld, I got most of them done. I got to the last one, and I'm like, why did that spark when I didn't even touch it with a spot welder? And like an idiot, I pushed it down like, oh, you twat! Electroboom moment. Oh, what an idiot. So, yes, there's the scar. No electric. Well, I suppose there was, but no, it's the heat. It's instantaneous, like white hot. You're like, twat, why do I do stupid things? Now you know. So remember that orientation. Critical. For obvious reasons. If I'd have spot welded it down, that would have probably, the whole pack would have caught fire just like that. So there you go. I burnt my finger. Lesser of the evils. So here we are, we've got the other side off. So what we're going to do now is replace these with some cells that I got from a mate off a previous e-bike battery build I did for him. I built him one about 3 years ago for his missus. Expanded it from 4p to 5p, and he's been really happy with it, but he came back and said, oh, it's not going so far these days, and can you build me a new one? And I said, well, why don't I have a look at your old one? I figured, remember the crappy spot welds, I figured they'd probably got the spot welds come loose. And he said, no, I want you to build a brand new one. I was well happy with that. So we ordered some better cells, 3500 milliamp, whereas these are Sinowatt 3s. Yeah, Sinowatt 30 SPs, 3000 milliamps. So I said, oh, alright, if you want to do that. So I built him one, obviously, and he gave me the other one. So I thought, you sure? He went, yeah, no worries. So okay, so I thought, well, I'll have a look at that. So I disassembled it, and there was one pack, 5 cells that were dead. The rest, absolutely perfect. So charged them back up, and got to utilise them on this one. That's what's in there. If you have a look, I mean, they were all pretty high on the charge, except for those obviously 5 dead cells. And let's have a look what's in here. These have been sitting here about 3 weeks now. Let's have a look. Can you? I don't know if you can see that. Can you? Let's have a look. Looky look. Let's have a look what we got there. Oh, that 4.17. 4.20 is fully charged, isn't it? So well, that's one. Let's have a look what another one is. 4.16. One down here. 4.16. There you go. So they're all obviously pretty good, aren't they? So we'll use them. Replace them with that. Waste not, want not. Ain't costing me no, is it? So, I mean, that's a bit manky, isn't it? But it's only the outer case. So remember what I said about orientation? Yeah. Well, I actually drew it on a bit of paper there any bloody way. But we'll keep it like this, and we'll do one at a time so we don't burn our bloody fingers off. So, yeah, you go in there like that. You go here. One on it. Right, so then we've got these individuals all out. So they should read 0. And I have tried charging the last lot up, they just don't come back to life, so they are dead as a door now. Oh, that one's a good one. That one says it's got 2. Nothing. These are probably crap cells anyway, I haven't even googled them. Nothing. So 2.7, okay, so we've got 2 there. It might come back to life. Another one. Nothing. No. So you got 3 out of all that lot. The rest are crap. Okay. Put them over there. We'll try and charge them later on. Might come in handy for a solar pump or something, I don't know. Now we put the top on. Final check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Correct. Okay, so now we come to the tragic bit, the spot welding. Yeah. I've already said the Sunco is crap. Oh, I tried every bloody way under the sun. That's why I bought the K-Weld, as you can see. K-Weld, nice here for you. Unfortunately, I'm getting an error message, undercurrent. The only power source I had at the time was an ancient car battery that I charged back up. It did say 12 point something volt in it. But this, when you go into its calibration, keeps saying undercurrent. And you can't go any further. So I ordered a lithium battery, as I said, their recommended one, but I couldn't afford the bloody charger, and I need some connections as well, so I've got to chop these off them anyway. Whatever. So I'm reduced back to the Sunco until they get delivered, which the connectors, which XT90s, which should have been delivered today, but British fail, you know, same old, same old. Ordered them at the beginning of the week, still ain't here. Yep. No doubt they'll deliver them when I'm not here. So we're going to have to spot weld on here. Now I've found, using the pens, the tips, you'll get about 4 or 5 spot welds out of it, and then they go crap. And I've tried everything under the bloody sun. And I finally ended up using these, turning it down, well, watch. That's all I can say. Here we go, let's try. Get you on there. Always done it. Miracle. But it's stone cold, remember. And you'll notice it switched off. This is another annoying thing. The power for my lean-to shed comes out of the garage, and my brother put an RCD box in there, and the damn thing trips out a million times when using the spot welder, which I suppose is what it's supposed to do, but oh god. Okay, so like I said, I weren't getting any joy with the pens, but if you've got one of these Sunco 709A things, to be honest, I found the most reliable spot welds I could get out of it were off these tips. So I've left all these P block things pulled off, and this is cranked practically flat out. Probably want to go down a little bit actually, but it's the only way I'm getting reliable spot welds out of it at all. Otherwise it's just crap. I mean, and I do mean crap. That's, see what I mean, that's pretty bloody good now. If it was that on the pen, it would be bloody useless, the tips rather. And this is going to trip out in a second. I mean, there it goes, tripped out again. Back to the garage, flick the switch again. I mean, it's all well and good doing that on that if you've got little packs like this, but if you're doing something like, you know, I've got a 7p 72 volt battery that would play huge, you're not going to get that under there. And probably for the same for the majority of projects, but that's why I've gone for the K-Weld. Right, so that's it spot welded. So let's just have a looky what we got. Dun, 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 dun. 4 volts, yeah. 12 volts, 20 volts, 20, well, as good as 21. Yep. So I'd say that's pretty well it, isn't it? Yep. Very good. Now we put the insulation tape on the ends and do the same crap with that one. Ooh, that's tight. So that's both packs spot welded, and where's my arrow? There's my arrow to that way, so that should And there we go. Circuit board. And we said it went that way. So that'll go to that. Yeah. Because now we've got to be careful about how we use metallic objects around it, haven't we? Click all on. That one's not quite there. Click, click. All on. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get any joy out of it this time, shall we? Go. It's going to get on. Might need a little bit of solder. A bit of gunge to make it run. Me gunge wire. Probably a bit much. Do see what happens. I need you. Battery went flat on my last one. Damn. Okay, I ain't going to be able to do this in time, I know I ain't. Oop, that was clever. There's a spark, just what I said. Put some more solder on there. Is that cold? It's not even on. What the hell? That's white. Brilliant. Brilliant. Done. That's it, 41 volts, 36 volt battery, fully charged.
Oh, is that it now?
Yeah, just got to assemble it. Well, you're ready to go now?
Well, I'm waiting for Jasmine to text.
Alright, I'll carry on till...
Oh, and you need to put stuff away.
I've got the bits to go away. Let's just get this, I should have put these together first. I can't get it finished today anyway because I've got to extend a bit of wire.
Now, don't forget to ask about that thing on your back, 'cause Kelly's asking if you've been yet.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Just get it checked anyway.
You see how daft they are, Susan? That's the fuse. The only way to get that fuse off is to lift it off and pull this cap off, and then you can change the fuse. They've glued it all down so you can't even...
So I don't want you to do anything.
Well, You're allowed to change a fuse.
Oh,
And
that's
that's
her.
yeah.
So,
Hey,
oh, the two looks are okay on them. Right, she's on the way.
yep. Okay, that's all done. Then that goes on there like that.
You can do that tomorrow, can't you?
Right, it's right in there. That heat sensor's supposed to get stuck on there.
Right, we've got him in this half big thing.
And there we go. Good. Did you hear that, Tom? So it's the next day, Sunday the 20th, my birthday, yeah. Where were we? Yeah. Where's that? Okay. Right, that's what we were going to do. Yeah, that's all done up. Okay, yeah, get that off there. Get that off there. That's what we were going to do, innit? Okay, so got the black first. So snip the black. Extend these wires. We need one of these. A sleeve. Will that do? It'll do. Doesn't need to be that big. It'll do. One black one, one white one, and one with a bit of shite on. You don't need to do that yet. Right, that one done. This one too. Oh, don't need that anymore. That's just 16 gauge silicone wire. Do the same for this one now. A bit close to that though. There we go. Ta-da! Good enough. Okay, what have I done with that? I don't even remember what I did with it. Get rid of these first. It'll do. Still haven't seen where that's gone. Where the hell's that gone? What did I do with that? Found it and I prepped it, just soldered it up, the end up. So, just join these two together. Not very clever. Just smooth that out a bit. That should do it. Let's do it. One done. The same bollocks with this one. Right. I suppose probably ought to put the screws in at the top there next, didn't we? Turn the soldering one up. Evidently not. Okay, so it's all together. Now to attach the various bits on here. Oh, come on, fiddly dee. That one in. Where did the other one go? Up there. Okay. suppose the moment of truth. Oh, I've got that wire trapped. Careful. Yeah, we're getting that wire trap. Get in. Around there, that's why. Not very good. We'll have a look in a second, see if it comes on there, shall we? And it's alive! It's alive! Oh my god! So let's find out why this ain't fitting on in. Probably because put that in. Okay, yeah, put that in there where it's supposed to go. There it is. Perfect. Oh, now which one had the rubber washer already on it? Ta-da! Yep. So that one goes to 99 max, that goes to 88 max. Bit weird, isn't it? Right, so I suppose, before we put the top cap on, let's get the charger and see what happens now, shall we? There should be a bloody light on here somewhere really, shouldn't there? Let you know something's happening. Whatever. So I'm assuming you can see that. We're hoping we get life. And we get life. Right. Full. Nice. Nice. So now that's good. Apparently that goes to the back. Okay. Like that. And screw it on. Drop it on the floor. Oh, my bag. Put that in there. There we go. Which is 99% full. So I guess it means full. And that says 98%. So I guess the big question now is, how much would you charge him? Bearing in mind he's a mate. pretty good, doesn't it? Okay. Job sorted. Fade to black.